Sorry about that. Little interruption. LAPDHQ, yeah. You gotta stop killing people. Be right back. I'm currently in possession of the keys to the automobile. All right, car's locked. I'll catch up. All right, thank you for being here this afternoon. Early morning, actually, I guess. We are in Los Angeles at LAPD headquarters is where I'm en route to right now. Sunday, Los Angeles Police Department deemed it necessary to shoot an unarmed homeless man by the name of Africa. There are a number of bullshit stories out there, primarily propagated by the mainstream media, which are just pretty much the spinners of information for the police in this neighborhood. So that's why there's folks like us and PM Beers and the LA media groups that are all involved with live streaming and enforcing transparency in this method. So a little bit of how the story really goes is you'll see a video online where they shoot him, and when that happens, it starts after the initial confrontation with the police. It starts during the tasing. And sorry, missed breakfast this morning. They showed up to hassle him because his tent was still up after 6 a.m. and it was a rainy day in Southern California, so you can understand the necessity. May not have been feeling well, wanted a little bit of peace. They came at him by immediately shaking and jerking on the tent aggressively. He didn't come out. They were tased him and drug him out. Now, let's think about these things for a minute. If you had a planned event where you were going to do that, and someone might be mentally ill, wouldn't it be a good idea for the 5 guys that could easily dogpile him in a situation where there are no lethal weapons on their hips, thus not killing the man? But instead, they'll go in there with the weapons on their hips so they have an excuse to open fire. Because if all else fails, you can always say, well, he was reaching for my gun. And that is very typical in many, many police reports, especially even here in Los Angeles. You could do a query and probably find, 5 or 6 easy within the last year. This happens often in their stories when they're referring to people that are in handcuffs. All right, we're here. We are at the Los Angeles Police Department's headquarters.
They call for blood, they call it the flood.
As you can see, there's a number of people that aren't really happy with the way that they're killing homeless in Los Angeles. Thanks for being here with us this morning. As you can see, as we drove in, they have a large number of troops in different locations, and if you look here to my left at around 10 to 11 o'clock, you'll notice a large grouping of police officers as well. Take those things in a note. We have a number of them all over. I know they were inside earlier today. See, there's chalkings. Thank you for being here today. It doesn't look like they're wearing their issued cameras today. Do you think he's hiding? Please feel free to meet some of the characters in today's streaming. These are the ones that are here, of course, to protect and serve.
Hey, Lane, how you doing, baby? Hey, man.
Huh?
Did you purchase that like that?
Yeah, I got on the internet. Yeah.
Oh, I want to get one of those. Black man.
Okay, so if somebody could help me out a little bit, I can see that Patty Beers currently isn't out here. PM Beers, it's another live stream here in Los Angeles. Originally started during the Occupy Los Angeles operation. I noticed before I brought my stream on that she was indoors filming some type of meeting. Could somebody enlighten me as to what's going on with her stream? Right on. We are at the Los Angeles Police Department headquarters, filming live. How's the transmissions? We often experience a lot of transmission connection issues here in this area. I'd like to know if the transmission's going clean, if you can see everything all right. Go for a walk around. So she's currently inside the building with a press conference. Is that what I'm hearing? Right on. Good to see you. Sunners loves me. Keep it safe out there. Careful filming police in Texas. They'll fucking kill you. That's why you never see much film out there. Didn't they kill a young girl not too long ago? Right on. Thank you from the HQ on the video and audio quality. Okay, I hear Anti-Media might be up right now for those of you that couldn't see the PM Beers. I noticed her stream was a little bit choppy, but it could have been, you know, my phone service when I was watching, I suppose, though I had 3 bars of LTE at the time. We're here at LAPD. Africa was killed this last Sunday. One of the most widely viewed videos on the internet since then, with millions upon millions of views. And it shows the police blatantly shooting an unarmed homeless man during the process of them beating him down. I say that because when you start seeing the video come on, you'll hear the tasers and notice that they're already messing with him. You know, it's at those situations when people have cameras, they miss the very beginnings often, you know, when they actually came there to mess with him for having his tent up, not for committing any crime. But of course, mainstream media goes about covering their story in such a way to start developing a case for the police and degrading the character of the person that they killed, so that they can basically say to the mainstream body of the world, well, if the person's ultimately bad, it's okay. And that's the way our system has become. There's no more due process. If you watch the news a lot lately in Southern California, you'll notice they've killed a lot of people that have just been on the freeway driving. I don't know when it was a capital offense for Grand Theft Auto, but all these police are feeling so afraid, all of a sudden everything's a capital offense, even potentially fighting back as they're tasing and beating the shit out of you and pulling you out of your tent on a rainy day. I mean, it's bad enough you don't have a home, right? So if you're a little bit angry and you fight back a little bit, you know, they'll say, oh, he went for my gun. Why did you have guns in the first place if you knew you were going to be dragging somebody and tasing them out of a tent? Why did you leave that option on your hip? Maybe we should ask those questions to some of the police that are spending a little time standing out here today. Let's see if they want to answer a reasonable question. Hey, I got a reasonable question. You want to answer for me?
What's the question?
It would be, if you were going to be taking a guy out of a tent, you know, and you were going to show up and you were going to tase him and pull him out of the tent, and you already had a group of, say, 10 officers, you know, and the 5 guys that are going to do it, why do they even have firearms on their hips at that time if they're being covered by all the other ones? Why do they have that opportunity to be able to say they need to use lethal force even available in that type of arrest?
What situation are you talking about?
I'm talking about Sunday with Africa, when the man was getting dragged out of his tent and he fought back a little, and you guys said, well, he was reaching for his gun, one of our guns.
Okay.
Well, why do you have a gun on your hip if you know you're going to be pulling somebody out of a tent when you have so much backup directly behind those people pulling him out? If that gun's not there.
I wasn't there, nor am I a part of the investigation.
Right.
I'm not going to comment.
Well, let's just go on a policy. Let's not even talk about that. In a policy for future events, perhaps it would be a good idea to leave the firearms with the guys that are covering the people that are already put the gloves on their hands and know they're going to come in contact with a potentially mentally ill patient. If they don't have guns on their hips.
Well, okay, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know who you are.
I'm in League Press. I have a business card.
No, that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know everybody that I come in contact with. So how am I supposed to know if somebody's mentally ill? Tell me how I'm supposed to.
Well, you're already called to go out. First of all, you know the statistics when it comes to homelessness, right? That a large statistic of the homeless are in fact mentally ill.
Oh, they are?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You know, you can act like they're not, and you know, there's a lot of reasons for it, but there are a large number of homeless, and that's also one of the primary things that the police are able to use as well. He was homeless. We couldn't control him. We had to defend ourselves, because this isn't the first homeless man that's been killed.
I gotta go, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Right on. At least we got one of them to talk. It was an interesting moment. How do you like the questions? Why do they have guns on their hips now? They've got enough backup out there. Perhaps they need to stop wearing guns when they come in contact with people. When they're on guard duty in a situation like a public uprising, it's probably best they don't have firearms on them. They should only be outfitted with non-lethal weapons, or they might say, I was reaching for it. Ladies and gentlemen, my hands are on my side. I am not reaching for it, but the fact that they're there to be reached at right now is kind of ridiculous. And they've used this excuse time and time again. Do you have any good enlightening questions you might want me to ask one of the police officers if he wants to embellish and let his stupidity be shown on screen? You know, give me something fairly reasonable. I try to keep the cuss words out. That scares them off quick. It gives them their quick response if I don't want to deal with you. You know, they don't ever want to look like an asswipe. It's right on. Is this anti-media? Anti-media? Right on, man. It's Steve, Sweetleaf, you know. All right. Good to see anti-media's outside now, so I don't know if PM Beers is still inside. I see a large number of mainstream media devices, you know, the $10,000 plus cameras, the kind of stuff that, you know, us as citizen journalists can't afford. Nor is it necessary. You know, we want people to use the same devices, if possible, that we're using. The cell phone on the selfie, you know, monopod is an excellent way to go about, you know, sharing. Now we've got some interesting things. We're going to see what goes on today. Yeah, release the videos for everybody to see. You know, just to let everybody know on that particular subject, if you pay attention to a lot of these criminal cases, you know, they, of course, sometimes, like right now, they have a criminal case against some of the officers in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They'll say, you know, like a Kelly Thomas situation, and they'll file charges or arrest them. Well, you know, they always let them out. Inevitably, in the end, they're just trying to appease public opinion at the time, but they already have a plan. That's Sibo the rapper, currently in jail. LAPD's favorite song. And this particular music score, if you do a search on YouTube, is Fuck the Police by Sibo the Rapper in Los Angeles. Find out some information. I believe he's related to Zell Ford, who's another person that they said they justified the killing of because he was mentally ill. So they used the mentally ill label to justify the killings. What are the statistics nationally on mental illness? How many people are on drugs in order to help control some type of chemical imbalance within their brain? Well, my name's Sweetly for a reason. I choose my medicines. Hold on. All right, for those of you that have just joined us, we are at the Los Angeles Police Department headquarters. There was a man in Africa that was killed on Sunday, a homeless man that was unarmed by the Los Angeles Police Department. People are here today in order to let them know lives matter, Black Lives Matter, like Zell Ford in Africa, and you know, the police have got to stop killing people because they're poor and they're of a color they can get away with killing them. It's time we get a little bit more spiritual. We need to start seeing more larger, you know, organizations out here. Churches. Come support your people. I know a lot of people from different religions that are out religiously every weekend fighting this fight for justice. You see that mask on his head. You all got guns,
you got nightclubs.
There's your meme right there.
And here's what the police do when they want to assassinate and kill.
LA puts on a good show, ladies and gentlemen.
First thing they say is stop resisting arrest. They make sure they call that on wrong for the witnesses to know. And then they would say, he has his hands on my gun. That's the code word to kill him. And the police think it's criminal.
Why do they even have guns? Why do they have them accessible in situations like this where you have peaceful protesters? These men on the front line should be unarmed. They should only have things that would suppress the crowd without lethality. And let the ones behind them, let the ones in the doorway, the ones watching from the back, have the lethal weapons. Stop giving them an excuse to kill.
Psychotic fucking liars. And you gotta make the whole world try to believe your shit. The Michael Brown, no macho fucking cop who's a fucking sissy, trying to like, if you don't get down on your knees, I'll just kill you. Why not call for backup? That was a wicked procedure. When you confronted that guy, if he was disturbed like that, you should have backed off. You should have called people, more cops, and just let him calm down. He didn't have a weapon, but you're going to agitate him even more. And then your agitation led to his death. Just like you pulled up on that kid with the toy gun. We all played with toy guns.
Yeah, that's another story. Recently, they shot a young man in an alley. Actually, not the boy with the toy gun, but the friend he was talking to.
That's LAPD and the sheriff. The sheriff was even better. Because they torture people in the county jail. The LAPD feeds the county jail. They go out and collect bodies like the body snatcher. You remember the movie The Body Snatcher? That's the police. How many kidnaps do they do a day? Charlie Manson ain't got nothing on them. They murder, they kill, they sexually molest, you think TSA molested you at the airport? You got these freaky ass cops that just want to touch.
They've got bulletproof vests as well. Let's think about that. Take the guns away. They got bulletproof vests, tasers, everything else they need.
Because you know what I'm talking about? Thank you. But you gonna arrest somebody for promoting smoking weed is a violation.
know some names, put them down. I'll come back. The excitement's got my adrenaline going. No breakfast. We gotta get names from LA. Chris Dorner was one of them. Let me know on the chat. I'll come back and write them in. I say the point of yelling at those cops is let them know they don't make the same mistake. I think any interaction is positive interaction when people know that, you know, it's wrong to kill an unarmed person. Come on, think about it. Why do they got guns in the first place? I think it's time to yell. Use your First Amendment rights. Come out here. Right on, we got a brown beret chilling. Can I use the mask if we go in public? Yeah, that's all good, bro. I think my friend might have them. Maybe, we'll see.
This is a hero, this is a fishing, this is a man, this is a man, oh, you fucking listen, this is a man for a ram, champ, a boss and insane, because I ain't following the swallowing, these following temptations of exploitation, we keep advocating, building on false foundations, based on sweat foundations, I say the word, then tear it down, take the way, share it round, what did you see the gun on society, so it's found,
I had a great moment when one of the cops was coming up to talk, and I asked him, can I pull something out of a kid?
It's a sound while I got a brand reason they're back. You don't know why I say join in the town. Hell yeah, I'm a socialist. I'm win my words. This ain't no joking. Every word that I've spoken to show this capitalism is a prison. Free, fuck what they want. I'm interested in what the whole world needs.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't have had guns to begin with.
Oh, this is a sound where it all coming down. When the doors say no fucking more, this is the sound of it all coming down, it all coming down. Yeah, they say, just start as you mean to go on, well, I don't mean to go on, but until this world's won, there's no justice in the USA, Iran, or Australia, or even China, or Cuba, or Venezuela, where you live, just the rightest, the blackest, the whitest, the writer, or fighter, CIA, or Al-Qaeda, capitalist, socialist, feminist, pacifist, more hardcore than a fist full of anarchists out on the street, bringing back with their Molotovs, they send their dogs along to count wrong, so what's the resistance, providing resistance, we're away kids out of way, and this might be kind of the henny in the cities and the shanties, so the balance of power, eat with the few, is with the many, black, brown, white, united is the key to there ain't no power like the power of the people. With noise in your head, with a voice when the boss say no fucking more. This is the sound of it all coming down, of it all coming down.
But
Black life, it matters here. 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 Black life, it matters here.
Hey. Oh. My bad, bro.
Black life, it matters here. 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 It matters, it matters. Living like humans with dignity matter. Living my platinum before with the views of resilience and tragedy matter. Building economies matter. Leveraging $2 trillion of power it matter. Giving our babies visions of who they can be in this country it matter. Telling our story and glory it matter. There's some moves some money it matter. Making moves and move a movement it matter. Building our own institutions it matter. Call the gates and call the troops, cause they killing my soldiers and throwing our troops in the noose. Taking them out every food. Knowledge and truth in my body, I'm screaming it matter. So fuck the lies they televise. I realize it's the real time to get reacquainted with the 40 million. We powerful, you powerful, we ancient, we travel boat, we been here, time to let us know. I bet you a bill if we went to South Africa, they would be scared. Living and breathing will honor the dead. Come Nas and Belly right now, ain't no time to back down. Hands aloft but I'm bound, to the beat shoot me down, I scream. Black life it matters here. 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 Black life it matters here.
all right, for those of you that may have just joined us, we're at the Los Angeles Police Department headquarters. This is because Africa was killed Sunday, was drug out of his tent, tased and beaten at gunpoint. The police are going to assault or just do an operation on somebody that they know they're going to go visit that's homeless and in a tent, and they know there's going to be a potential physical altercation. Why are they wearing lethal weapons? They could just dogpile him. Why are they wearing lethal weapons now? Right? Peaceful protesters. Yet there's lethal weapons. They need to learn to leave those weapons away. They only need weapons when there's a problem. And if you have a planned event where you're going to pull someone out of a tent, your weapon should be in the back and not within reach. I'm going to take a water and snack break. Thank you for being here so far. We're going to bring the stream back up. I got a little bit of information about some of the planned events for the day, and come back up and share a little bit more. But I'm going to take a brief water and snack break. Thanks for being here, and keep your eyes open for the tweet when we come back up. I appreciate everybody here.